Hey folks, how's it going? We're going to get started in just a second here. I'll show off some new digs. I got good things coming. Hello. How's it going? I'm doing things on purpose, just slightly differently. These are new times in DDO Streamland. I hope I am sounding okay. I hope the game is sounding okay. I hope you can hear me. All right, we've been putting some work into a formal stream room recently, and we are at the stage that we are going to be doing some live streams, dev events, previews, ask the devs, podcast interviews, all that sort of thing. So we had an opportunity to sort of get things working how we wanted them to work. So that's what's going on here. Hopefully the microphone sounds great. If you are in the chat room and you're hearing me loud and clear, if I'm too loud, if I'm distorted, let me know. If I'm too quiet, let me know. If the game's too loud, let me know. Some of the balancing work will be done over the next couple of days, couple of shows. But I spent some time working on it yesterday, and I'll probably spend a little bit more time this afternoon working on it. Probably maybe do a little on my personal channel. But here we are, new live stream digs. So one thing you'll notice is a little bit of a shift in camera. I notice, so like, it's always a good idea to watch your videos when you're done. Best piece of advice for podcasting as well is to listen to your own work. I know it's tough, but it is the single best way to get feedback and to improve your show. In listening to the shows and the video and all that sort of thing in recent months, there's a couple of things that have been clear. One, I need a microphone. Maybe it's just the old radio guy in me, but headsets, breathing into headsets. Yes, we're going to get pop filters. That sort of thing had to go. So that's why we have a real mic setup. But the advantage of that as well is we're going to be able to use it for dev interviews for podcasts, Skype, conference calling, even if necessary, things like that. So we can have a nice room here. Let me see if I can turn this around for you briefly to give you a little bit of a sense of what's going on. We have an end table with some microphones that are going to be set up. We have a back room table for visitors. We have our studio here with a keyboard, a couple monitors, and a mixing board. And we just got some room for various sundries. The microphone itself is a Shure SM57. That may change in the future, but that's what we got. And we got some more gear and stuff that we'll be setting up in the coming days and weeks. But at least for now, it looks like we're doing pretty good. So I wanted to turn to the camera when I was actually answering questions in chat. One of the things I noticed is that when you're looking at my little box in the corner there, you're doing a head-on image slightly downward because that's just the way webcams work when I'm playing the game. And you don't really need to look at me front-facing, but then when I turn, as I often do to answer questions in chat, I'm speaking off-camera, and I would rather speak on-camera when I'm answering these questions in chat. It always was kind of an awkward situation. So I figured, hey, a good opportunity to kind of side do the camera a little bit, and that way you can get a better sense of, I don't know, see my face when I'm talking to you. It just makes sense for me. So where am I today? And not much of any place, because we have got a busy, busy day. So after the live stream today, we are going to be doing a dev playthrough just inside the building of the new Classic Pack. So that's where we are. The other thing is at 4 o'clock today, we're going to be on Ask the Devs for DTO Cast. I'm not sure if that'll be rolled into their weekend show or be put out as a special show, but you should be able to find that somewhere as well. That's at 4 o'clock today. 7 to 9 o'clock tonight on Lamania, we are going to be doing a Caneth crafting preview. No Worries is going to be there. I'm going to be there. Cookie Kobold will be there. Probably quite a few other people will be there. And we're going to be doing a deep dive onto Caneth crafting, giving you some ingredients, answering your questions. We are there for you. 7 to 9 o'clock Eastern, -4 GMT. Lamania, be there. Caneth Crafting is out on Lamania for its very first preview. If you want a big picture overlook at sort of what Caneth Crafting is, you can find that on the Lamania forums. You can also find the current state of the Lamania release notes on the forums. So, Lamania. after 9 o'clock, I'm probably going to try to get a little pen and paper gaming in. Then I go home and log in and do my Friday night static group. At the moment, I'm just on Thelanis, because why not? But perhaps I'm on Thelanis. I wanted to run my level 17, 18 character because we have got a massive XP weekend going on. Plus 20% heroic and epic XP, plus 5% VIP XP. In addition, we have a plus 10 treasure hunters bonus that increases the rolls on chests by 10, stacks with all the other stuff you got. And then finally, we got character copy going on to Lamania. If you launch the Lamania game client, you're going to see an option to copy a character to Lamania. We're moving all of our character copy from the web-based thing that was always kind of iffy to a brand new, similar to what we brought earlier to Lotro, version of character copy to Lamania. And so far, it's just working. There are always going to be a few cases that people run into issues. Typically, those are resolved by simply logging out or logging into that character on the live worlds, then logging back out and then trying it again. Usually it's because if your character just hasn't played in a very long time or something happens, logging out, logging in, it kind of refreshes it in the character copy database in a way that tends to just sort of fix just about any kind of issue you might run into. The only thing, and this is similar to the way it was on the old character copy as well, you can't try to bring the same item over twice. So if you have, say, a suit of armor on character A, you copy character A to Lamania, if you send that same suit of armor to character B, you will not be able to take over character B. And the reason for that is because of it's kind of an item collision. And that's just part of the game. So, there we go. All right, so it looks like I got a couple people on the channel here. A little bit of a slower group today. But if you guys would just let me know how things sound. How's the game client sound compared to my voice? I could stop the stream and do that. But I kind of wanted to just go for it if it's around. I've been enjoying the Reaver's Refuge the last couple of weeks on Argonescent, and we finally got Stealer of Souls done, which was really, really cool. And it got me thinking, I'm just like, man, I want to run the Reaver's Refuge stuff again. So I think I'm actually going to be doing that on the live stream today. I'll probably just bum around some wilderness area, just kind of hang out with you guys and talk. Like I said, we have a lot to talk about, a lot we can show you about. We are working very early stages on a new producer's letter. Probably be a month before it's out, but we'll see. Maybe not. So that's the thing. The other thing is, like I said, we got the stream room here, and we've got some interviews lined up. I think Sev is going to be on the Damsels of DDO next week. I can also say that we have got 2 new shows debuting this weekend on DDO Stream. On Friday night here, starting at 10 o'clock, we have got our new show, which I forgot to write the name down of, but is called Fridays on Ice. That's what it's called. And it's the Ice Dragons of Argonescent, I believe, or maybe it's Galanda Kyber, I can't remember. The Ice Dragons is the guild. Awesome running, great Friday night content. And that kicks off at, I believe, 9 o'clock here tonight. I will double check that in just a second. The other thing is Sunday at midnight. Streaming with Even is going to be starting. She's been doing DDO streaming for quite a couple of months now, and would like to do a Sunday night show with her regular Sunday night show on DDO stream. So it's a perfect fit because Shoemaker is on at around 10 o'clock, and then at midnight we'll be streaming with Even. So we have got your Sunday night covered, and that's going to be a pretty good thing. So yes, Fridays on Ice. Okay, that's where I was confused. 10 p.m. Eastern Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, which is the time zone they happen to be in, but 10 o'clock Eastern tonight. Fridays on Ice. Sunday, midnight, streaming with Even on twitch.tv/DDO stream. Didn't get a code for running the Wednesday show? Yeah, probably not. Sorry. I have been busy doing this, frankly. Since Wednesday, after the show, I went and started working on the stream room, and I love it because it gives me the opportunity to basically do it myself, which I, as you guys know, I enjoy doing. But at the same time, it kept me busy. It was a lot of work. So, if you have been checking out Kenneth Crafting, go ahead and let me know what your experience has been like on Lamania so far, if you are doing so. Like I say, you can find some release notes and kind of a Kenneth Crafting 101 on the Lamania forums right now. So yeah, we're going to be having a busy couple of days. Should be a good time, though. And an amazing weekend to do some leveling up here prior to the release of Update 32. I like this new setup as well. I've got two wider monitors so I can keep YouTube chat on visibly present rather than behind the Twitch chat, which is going to make life a lot easier for me. Overall, I kind of prefer the offset mic, but let me know what you think. I am here for you, so if you've got any preference as to what you would like the show to do, change, be, audio, let me know. Like I said, some of the audio is gonna kind of smooth itself out over the next couple of weeks. Ideally, I'd like to get a compressor as well, but we'll see what we can do. And I'm going to punish myself. I'm going to bind to the Reaver's Refuge. Because I'm going to be in here for a while. Because I have not run this stuff. So I'm going to get a nice first time run XP. On top of the 20% XP. On top of the VIP XP. It's going to be nice. I don't need that. I've already got a couple. Looks like I might need some Omni Spell. The advantage of working for Turbine is I can, you know, I don't take advantage of my Rockstar status too much. But I will admit that I'm just like, spell components. Not this guy. But then again, I don't play a lot of wizards. Except for this one. But I'm not going to start doing spell components. It's a official corporate expense, is what it is. But if everything goes well, we should be able to... Oh, I need to speak to the dudes first. If everything goes well, though, we should be able to do, say, a 2-camera setup with either Skype or another webcam. We are going to be able to do live streaming with a higher quality. Nice ultra-high graphic settings for both DDO and Lotro. We'll be able to really standardize and consolidate our streaming nicely. It's just going to be really, really good. I, for one, am looking forward to it. What am I doing? Where am I going? Lost in Reaver's Refuge. Happens all the time. Yeah, loving the 20% bonus from yesterday. Indeed. I ran... Last night, I logged into my level 22 character that I recently epic reincarnated. and ran Whiz King and Offering of Blood. Originally, I was going to run both on Epic Elite, although we actually ended up having a bit of a difficulty on Offering on Epic Elite because one of our main DPS characters switched to a lower level character to get a bunch of XP. So we ran Offering of Blood and Whiz King. Whiz King we tore through on Epic Elite. Offering of Blood kind of struggled on Epic Elite, so we went in and did Epic Hard on that. Including all the bonuses in that, I raked in about 170,000 experience, and it took me less than an hour. So, if you are one of those folks who knows how to do DPS calculations, there you go. Highly recommended. We got lucky, of course, that we figured out which Whiz King path was the right one first off. And we didn't do the optionals after we were done. We basically tore through, took about I guess it was about 90,000 XP, plus whatever we were picking up for the optionals. And then Offering, we tore through that when we did it on Epic Hard, and got around 60,000 XP, not including optional XP. So, 90 plus 60. 150,000 plus probably another 10, 15,000 or so optional XP.
Blistering winds and stinging snow whip through the valley.
Pretty good. I was going to be on Lamania, but I've seen some of this already. And also, I knew I had this dev event coming up, so I kind of wanted to get a head start on the weekend. I couldn't help myself. I'm in Alcir KX's Valley, if you are interested in joining me. Maybe I'll get myself a hireling. Hey, Cleavebeard, Wizenman, Javur, Kane Corrin. Nice to see everyone here today. Healing hirelings. Sort by. Unfortunately, we really should let you just sort by level. 'Tis an unfortunate circumstance that we do not. Perhaps we can do it sometime. Crucible Elite, 50% pot in 13 minutes for 70k. Yes, indeed. I was thinking about Crucible as well, but ultimately it was just so much faster to just tear around the desert. Because I only had like I said, an hour and 20 minutes. But that sounds like a great idea. Crucible this weekend. Find it live on my keyboard. I'm looking at the chat and the feedback, and overall, I think it's looking pretty good. Provided the sound is coming through okay and is well mixed, I think we've got a real winner here. I'm pretty happy with the setup that we have going on. I was hoping it would be more useful. It seems like it will be. New crafting system looks interesting. Just low on materials to make much stuff. Well, we will be doing materials tonight. So, if you don't have your stuff and you can make it tonight, we will set you up. They do, you can convert your existing essences. It's 5-to-1 on the lessers, 1-to-1 on the greaters, into Caneth essences. And then, like I said, pretty soon, I bet pretty soon the wiki and stuff is going to get a whole lot of info for you in terms of how much you get for each little thing. But for now, especially during this preview, we wanted to also make sure that you guys understood how things worked. So one of the ways to do that is to not provide too much information, just sort of let people bang on it so that they can get a sense of, so that we can get a sense of how intuitive it is, things like that. And so we did put together a bit of a primer on here's what you need to know. But we also kind of want to just sort of let you guys kick the tires, so to speak, and give us your thoughts relatively unimpeded. So hopefully you're finding that okay. And we look forward to seeing your feedback. I have seen overall some really great feedback so far.
Sanctuary is just inside this cave.
I might as well
Shouting
go up
voices
to
can be heard
the
within.
shrine. Loving the Somewhere in Time era shirt. Heck yeah, dude. Up the irons.
Across the valley.
So have
is a
you, I don't know,
bridge that
did you...
leads directly
I'm
into
an
the
Iron
dragon
Maiden fan.
sanctuary.
Have you heard their new one? Relatively new one? Came out maybe within the past year. Book of Souls. It's really good. I have it on vinyl, because I'm a hipster like that. But it's really good. Hopefully you dig it too. Just to make sure you have the stuff you want to convert in your inventory when you copy your character. You're right. That's actually something I probably should have added. When you do a character copy to Lamania, your shared bank does not come with you. For kind of obvious reasons. Except it's not always intuitive until you run into it. You're like, oh yeah, right. I had all my stuff in crafting storage. Maybe I'll actually put a little note in our Lamania character copy thread about it. So I also don't want to do a Lamania Caneth crafting live stream yet. One, because I don't want to be too spoilery. But two, I want people to actually go onto Lamania and try this system out. It's very important for us. So... But I will do it eventually. Absolutely. All right, everyone ready? It's got in need of a new belt. I think we can do that.
You hear a gruff, booming voice from beyond the wall. Dig faster, slaves. At this pace, the eggs will hatch before we can get them.
Is the experience per deconstruction crafting going to be adjusted? It could be, based on your guys' feedback. I don't know that... I mean, I think it's in its intended state, but that doesn't mean it couldn't be adjusted. You would like to see another event like the 10th anniversary dungeon.
The ice beneath your feet is cracked and worn. A well-placed attack might very well break it.
It might. Fortunately, I don't have Fireball on this character. I don't think I've got anything that's going to work. Dang it. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that would be cool. I'd say that there's some decent odds of it. Like I said, we're working on a new producer's letter because we want to let you guys know about sort of what's in the works after Update 32. So that should be coming out fairly soon here. We can talk a lot more about sort of what's going on. It's very, very cool. Got off flip. What do I do? Hopefully do. After watching this. Might be a little while till you totally know everything.
The right-hand edge of this ice wall looks thin and cracked. A well-placed attack may cause it to shatter.
Hopefully, Asimir are next. I am ready to reincarnate my main into one. Also a cleric pass. I don't know about a cleric pass, but we are going to do favored soul most likely after monk. That's the current plan, is to do monk and then favored soul. So, not a cleric, but favored soul I think we can agree are probably in more of a need than the cleric is in general. I think clerics, having played one quite a bit, are actually in a pretty good state overall. And favored souls aren't terrible, but they definitely need some additional work. And we'll be getting it after the monk, most likely. Oh. Sorry, wrong way. What is the plan on Lamania preview times? Weekends only or 1 week? I don't know. I think for this one's going to be through the weekend. I'm not sure what else. Guess not yet. Oh, there we go. Make clerics able to jump again. Clerics have never been able to jump. Are you kidding me? Maybe I've just never been able to jump. It's pretty fun, though. All right. Night Revel's probably coming soon. Probably. Is everyone okay? Whatever happened to the egg hunting event? Nothing happened to it. It could well come back. The main reason it isn't particularly popular right now is that it's... What do I need to do to trigger this? There we go. So we just don't run it a whole lot. But that said, there's absolutely no reason we couldn't bring it back. As a matter of fact, I think it was back for the anniversary, sort of month-long thing that we were doing. So it could very well come back here in the future. The loot table's not the greatest with it, but it's a fairly small event. And it's still pretty fun. So I'd say odds are pretty good that it'll be coming back. The formal name of the egg hunt is the Festival of the Traveler. So when you're curious about it, the right way to say it, if you care, is when will the Festival of the Traveler be coming back? But everyone calls it the egg hunt. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Because that's what you do. It would be fun to actually change up the patterns of the eggs a little bit, but I don't know that we've got the... I don't think it'd be much of a priority. It would be awesome, though. Jerry, looks like those paralyzed rings are still size scaling beyond normal. Is there going to be a fix for this soon? I don't know what you mean by size scaling beyond normal. I mean, like, on your character, the animation, or the image itself is, like, super big? Is that what you mean?
The ground trembles beneath you. The barrier has been removed.
Maybe you could show me a picture of it. If you've got a screenshot or something, let me know, and I'll double check, kind of see where we are on the bug, on that bug. Hey, Ask Set, how you doing? It's nice to be here on a lovely Friday day in our brand new awesome stream room that we're going to be getting a lot of good use out of, I think, in the coming months. The rings are big on particularly big mobs. You'll see someone has a paralyze item in your party. How unusual. I didn't know. I don't know if I'm familiar with that one. Boom, boom. Get myself some spell points. I'll have to take a look next time I'm on it. I assume one of these giants is showing that behavior and I just didn't catch it. I don't know that it's really a very particularly big issue though, is it? I guess it depends how it looks. Oh, just the aura is huge? Yeah. Ah! Dang it. Man, this is such a jumpy area. I'm so bad at it. Hey, Clezzy. How's it going? They might be giants. Only the hottest They Might Be Giants references in this show. Man, these guys are pretty tough. Lot of hit points. But then I am just a little wimpy wizard. My first wizard that I'm playing all the way up to cap like this. Oh, okay. Yeah. Doesn't matter, though. So many hit points. Paralyze should get a scaling DC because 17 just won't cut it in endgame content. Paralyzing is particularly powerful, though. I don't know how much we wanted to dominate epic and legendary content, but perhaps you're right. We could use a boost, or maybe have some kind of way to impact it. Still, certainly got its uses, though, as you can see here. Yeah, see, it's still a 5% chance to paralyze. Plus, like, you get so many attacks at the upper levels that 5% proc becomes a little more likely. Oh, these guys are proving pretty tough. Try to bring them into the firewall. Let's see if we can take care of this problem. I am stoked for the new Classic Dungeon 2. Where, like I say, we have got our first, I guess what you might call a critical path walkthrough, playday, today, where the team here is going to be sitting down and playing, you know, front to back. A whole bunch of Assault on the Slave Lord. It's going to be very cool. We're missing something here. Where are we going? There we go. Any guess when that will be on Lamania? Not a super solid guess at this point. I can tell you that the plan is to get it on Lamania after the Caneth Crafting preview and next. So, potentially within a few weeks here.
High above you, a
Guess we'll see in part how
thunderous
today
voice
goes.
What do you get when you put a toothpick inside a treasure chest in the middle of your lair? The voice of the dragon chuckles. Dinner and entertainment.
How is the idea of the pen and paper slavers stream coming along? It's not, unfortunately. There's nothing really stopping us except for time, vacations, busyness. We just weren't able to get it ready in time. But we can do it at any time. There's still a chance we'll get it done later this month. But it may just have to wait for a little while till we find the right opportunity to do it. And that may not be right now. Unfortunately. But we did, on the plus side, we now have a stream room. So we're in more of a position to do this kind of thing than ever. And that was part of the impetus to get this accomplished is really someone said, all right, Jerry, why don't we just, let's just do this. What do you want us to do? You know, how should we set this up? And so I kind of took charge and did a lot of it myself. And we're ready to go, you know, assuming today's stream and today's streams go well, and we continue to see positive results. It could very well happen within the next month or two. Busy times in the office, I tell you. It's been really good, though. My life for a dot. Actually, I got it. Someone now mentioning the Netflix show Stranger Things, which has been kind of making the rounds for the last month or so. Yes, I have seen it. Yes, there is lots of D&D in it. And yes, it is awesome, IMO. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I thought they were overall pretty near 100% accurate on the D&D. They even got the additions right. There were a few things, though.
You have the last
I'm not going to
as you
get too
hunt
picky.
down the giant.
It was really
lieutenant.
nice. Yeah, it's a great show, for sure. If you're into it. But yeah, it's been pretty cool to see D&D kind of see a pop culture resurgence like that. Really cool. The show is really cool. Again, just personal opinion. Yeah, the synth score. Yeah, I'm a music guy, and the music in that show is really good. Really good. So, well, much of a spoiler is it? There's a section in the show where the wizard is casting fireball, and I believe there's an inaccuracy because I think he rolls a whole bunch of dice to hit, and that doesn't really make any sense. He would be rolling a lot of dice for damage, or one dice to hit, but at some point you hear the sound of a bunch of dice rolling, and then someone say, yes, I got a 14. And I don't think that would be accurate. Other than that, pretty much everything I saw in Stranger Things was clearly done by people who have played the game. And I may be remembering that particular scene. I did have only seen it once. Yeah, I know. I mean, someone says yes, but think about how it used to be. Absolutely. I mean, the shift is just amazing. And overall, that show does D&D so well. Just love it. Pretty sure they are going to be making at least a second season. I mean, I don't know, not an industry news leader, but as popular as the show was and everything, surely they're going to do a second season. Freedom of movement going to be nerfed again? I don't know why. I haven't heard of any reason why. Are you guys saying there's some reason we should be nerfing freedom of movement? Well, the most classic example, or famous, infamous example of the sort of D&D scare being turned into a film is Mazes and Monsters. That was done by well, it's got a long and storied history, which you can probably look up online. But it is also sort of a debut of Tom Hanks, which is part of the reason it has its notoriety. Titan asks, enhancement bonus to hit and damage numbers, where are they in this Caneth crafting? That would be based on the minimum level of the item. Amazing! Hey, Android Gamer. Nice to see you here on our YouTube chat. All right. All right, let's do this. No, I don't think freedom of movement's particularly OP at the moment. It was changed back in the day, if I recall, really for Menace of the Underdark, because it would have
Above, Sorjek's frost giants have begun
made
their
that
assault
particular
on our
piece of
sea
content
hags.
pretty much
Without your help, she
kind
will
of
surely
a walkthrough.
perish.
But I know one of the more controversial changes, for sure. Does this channel have any emotes from BTTV? I don't know. I don't think so. That's something I don't know a whole lot about from Twitch. I guess I should probably learn a lot more.
A protective barrier surrounds several white dragon eggs embedded within the ice.
I'll have to double check, Titan, but I'm pretty sure you're going to be crafting a minimum level shard and then benefit shards. And when you put the minimum level shard onto the item, that the weapon in particular, that should determine things like 2-hit and damage, I believe. But I'll have to double check to make sure that that's accurate. And for example, say if you put a strength shard on or a, dexterity shard, the benefit will be based on the minimum level of the item. So really the minimum level shard becomes a very critical part of your crafting experience. Oh, in terms of further work to improve lag caused by freedom of movement, that's a behind-the-scenes sort of enhancement stacking issue. And what I mean by that is it just is stacking over and over again in a way that's causing lag, because it basically is like, you've got this thing. Hey, do you have this thing? Yes, you've got this thing. Do I have this thing? Yes, I've got this thing. And it kind of just operates almost like a broken record and just piles up and up and up and up until it causes all sorts of problems. So that is what that in particular is.
Driven by bloodlust, he will not stop until Ossiacax is slain.
Not so as anyone can peel Calyarn off the dragon.
Hatred in his
Calyarn.
eyes until his final breath.
Why does not freedom of movement block the Earth Ellie's Earth Grab? It probably should. But it doesn't.
A moment
Ooh,
to rest.
nicely done.
Tend its injuries. She beckons you closer.
Exceptional decks, huh? That's alright.
You have retrieved the Eberron Dragon Shard essence. Return it to Hiroshi.
Nicely done.
Weaver's refuge.
Alright, and that is going to do it with the show this week. Thank you very much for joining me. We will be back, like I said, at, well, we're going to be on live with TTO Cast at 4 o'clock Eastern today. 10 o'clock at night is the brand new show, Fridays on Ice. Sunday at midnight, streaming with Even. I will be back on Lamania, 7 to 9 p.m. Probably not live streaming that. And then pretty soon here we'll be doing a Caneth Crafting preview as well. And an Update 32 preview. You'll be seeing the content. Hope you guys have a great Friday and a great weekend. See you again soon.